Welcome back to Shatter Our Souls with Novaria. Now, last time we did save Michaela Ilyushin from her paraplexis. Now, the number one goal is simply to get from A to B.
This is Dr. Igwe. I've made it to your office. I'll remain here until... Dr. Igwe. My word. What are you? And why are you speaking in Morgan's voice?
I am January. Morgan used personal operator.
Well, January. Sorry. Your arrival was a bit of a shock. Quite a day today, you know.
If you are referring to the Typhon infestation of Talos 1, Dr. Igwe, you are correct. You were one of the few survivors.
Yes. It's... Wait. Is that fabricator functioning? I might be able to make use of it. With your permission, January.
You have authorization to work at the station, Dr. Igwe. And manufacture anything that will assist Morgan in containing the Typhon.
I'll remain here in your office until you return, Morgan. I may be able to be of use.
Oh geez, oh geez. And just like that, I could have ended the run. That would not have been fun. But, the good news is that we're getting somewhere now. So, we know for a fact... Oh no. Am I gonna have to get back in the way I got out? I hope that I can actually use the airlocks out here, but I feel like I'm gonna end up having to shut everything down again. Hull breach in the crew quarters.
Made it to your office, Morgan. I guess I see where all that TranStar money goes.
Chief Ilyushin, you're alive.
Igwe? You made it?
Chief Engineer Ilyushin.
What the hell? Morgan, is that...
No, that is...
I am January. Morgan used personal operator.
Talk about loving the sound of your own voice. So, it's the three of us. Four of us. Anyone else from the labs or psychotronics? Is that Morgan's workstation? And the fabricator?
Chief Ilyushin, please do not...
Morgan, come up here when you get a chance.
So at this point, I believe we have collected all of the people that are going to be able to help us out in this particular circumstance. Which is actually a pretty good thing. But before I get too far into that, I kind of want to get inside the ship. So as it stands, we have 3 friends helping us out.
I'm sending you the code to my grab shaft. Assuming it still works.
Now, I could do as Alex wants. But if I'm honest, it has been a long time since I've dealt with helping Michaela and her side of the crew. So I'm kind of on a quest to see that side of things through. So as things are right now, we want to have everybody helping us. But it's more than just helping us, it's also that we're helping each other. That there is a level of understanding. I alluded to it prior, that there was... It all comes down to the people around you and trust. It comes down to being able to empathize and the decisions you make and how you treat those around you. And all of this is true. 100%. The understanding that we can all coexist.
Hope you don't mind. I was using your workstation.
I found the right materials for the glue gun as well. Was able to make several canisters.
I also found some food on the way up. Left it on the desk. Don't worry, they're alien-proof. I checked them, no twitching. To be sure, I let Igwe sample them first.
Pardon me?
I'm joking, Igwe. I wouldn't willingly expose you to aliens. Or anyone else. That would be inhuman.
And so, once again, the idea of humanity has come up. What makes someone human or inhuman? In the right mind, in the right circumstances, any person aboard this ship
Is this a
could
joke?
be seen as inhuman, unwilling to take the fall, unwilling to
I've been trying to see what I can access from here, but most of the systems are locked down.
learn from their mistakes. Even Dr. Igwe and Michaela are victims
I've
of their
always
own
felt that
hubris.
consciousness is more like music than computation.
And so, ironically, this circumstance that we are in aboard Talos 1 was doomed to happen at some point or another. But hubris doesn't just extend to people like Michaela and Dr. Igwe. It goes all the way to Alex and you. Morgan Yu was a victim of his own hubris right from the start, right from the get-go. And so, there's a lot that Morgan and Alex and anybody aboard Talos 1 would have been able to see coming. Why didn't they? For the very same reason that they're in the situation. Their own hubris prevented them from seeing the flaws, prevented them from acknowledging and growing from their mistakes.
Are you approaching the crew facilities? If so, this is a sentimental request, but my collection, the gallery of photos the others used to laugh at. Each picture is a decryption key to a set of neural data, connectors. The guests who came to the station. Among them, Lightner, the pianist, is dead now. We can't let those skills be lost. It's all that's left of them. Please, Morgan, if you can, I would be grateful. I'm sending you an audio file that will open this safe in my room. You can play it with your transcribe.
Okay. So, that's my opinion on the circumstance. All of this was, in its entirety, preventable. But everybody turned a blind eye, or worse, was punished as a result of their actions, or inactions.
Morgan, I won't be joining you. Don't worry, there's no trick. Just a gift from your big brother. It's the truth, like I promised. Took me a while to dig it up. Someone wanted to hide it from you. My computer, another video. Give it a look and we'll talk. I'm sending you the password, assuming you haven't hacked your way in yet.
I thought your shift isn't for another 2 hours, but I need you to come in now. Is everything okay? No, it's not. Stop by my cabin first. Bring the gun from my safe. Transmitting the key code. Right away, Captain.
My name is Morgan Yu. Year is 2035. I'm aboard aboard the Talos 1 research facility. What else?
Why are we making this video?
Right. Because my big brother's paranoid. Psychometric data is showing statistically significant variance in personality patterns between trial runs of the new Neuromods. Whatever. I feel more like myself than ever. I mean, look at this. We did it, Alex. It's real.
Enjoy it while you can, because in a few minutes, it'll all be gone when we strip out the Neuromods and reset.
I know, including my memory of it.
No way around it. Let's talk about the backup.
So, the Typhon organisms have been producing an elaborate structure. Material is unknown, purpose unknown. And my gut tells me it's a kind of neural framework, but externalized. Still waiting on analysis to confirm. In the meantime, I've given Alex the design for a device I think could shut it down if it ever broke containment. Alex just has to grow a pair and commit.
You don't have to take all the credit. What if it doesn't work?
It'll work. Trust me. What else are we gonna do? Blow everything up? That won't save us.
And if it does work, is it worth it?
The people that come after us will be smarter, stronger, immortal. They can judge us if they want. But they'll know they exist because of the things we did. I'm ready. Do it.
Well, there you have it. Everything I've done is what you've asked me to do. I didn't think you'd believe me unless you heard it from your own mouth. The tests, they changed you. Not a lot at first, but eventually, the constant stripping of your memory. I didn't know who you were anymore. All I want is to have my brother back so we can finish what we started. The device you mentioned, it's an advanced version of the null wave. It's the only way to stop the Typhon without destroying everything we've been working toward. We're just missing some scan data from the coral to complete the design. Help me finish this, Morgan. And then, you can have my arming key. I don't believe you want to use it anymore, but you can have it. I left the chip set for you on my desk. You'll need to upgrade your psychoscope to scan the coral. I'll send you the scan locations.
Did I already grab it? That's what I was missing. There we go. So, there it is. Long and the short of it. We need Coral to be able to potentially shut all of this down. That's the idea, anyways. So, while we're talking about it, I'm going to go over a couple of things that kind of intrigue me about this situation.
I've been thinking about the video Alex showed you. Your brother believes that version of you is the true Morgan. But why? Just because it came first? If someone had made you, then I suppose your truest self would be the one that fulfills whatever purpose your maker intended. I know who made me, and why. Did someone make you, Morgan? Were you made for something? If not, you'll have to invent your own purpose. Or have none at all. Strangely, of all the things I know about you, I don't know what you believe. You have to decide, Morgan. Who are you? Morgan. That video was... I'm still checking it against my directives. But if scanning the coral will grant you access to Alex's army key,
I know I'm running out of time. Because this station is likely to implode if things continue much longer. I'm aware of this fact.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's been a launch from the Argus platform. Board of Directors is caught wind of the situation here. I suppose it was inevitable despite my efforts. That's why it's important we act quickly, decisively. They'll try to take this out of our hands, Morgan.
It's hard to do anything in 0G. Especially given I've got half the ship trying to kill me right now. Okay, so we'll just finish off a corrupted machine. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we can finally deal with the coral node that's the sole reason I came here. There we go.
Your hunch was on the right track. It's a kind of neural structure. Synaptic-like activity up and down the length of it like it's communicating. Just one more to go. I knew you could handle this. Our father warned me not to stake so much of the future on your ideas. I was right to ignore him. We're a good team, Morgan.
Oy vey. It's incredibly dangerous in that back node zone. In the back rooms there. And these guys are incredibly... What's the word? Persistent. Oh. Okay. Alright. I like the looks of this spot. Ish. Get the node. Get the heck out of here.
They're afraid.
No. Nothing that interferes with memory formation. Excellent work. All that's left is integrating the data after you upload it. Hard to tell from just a scan. Excellent work. All that's left is integrating the data after you upload it. Hard to tell from just a scan summary, but... Wait. What is this? There's some kind of neural tripwire built into the coral. Christ. Morgan, get back to my office. We have to get your data uploaded now. Hurry.
A tripwire integrated into the coral. Why would that be? Now, the thing about the coral is that it is effectively meant to be a safety measure. That's all it ever was. It's intended to be both a safety measure for the Typhon themselves, but it's also meant to be more than just that. as it is specified in the game, it is a neural framework of all of their victims, which on its own is kind of meh. It doesn't all mean all that much if you don't have a basis for it. What does it mean? Really, that all depends on each individual's beliefs. My belief of the coral is that it is exactly as they say it is. Simply a neural framework that contains data.
Here's my terminal to upload the data. I'll get it integrated into the fabrication plan for the new no-wave device as fast as possible. And be careful. The Typhon will begin to sense our intent to harm the coral. They're gonna come after you. I left something for you on my desk that should help.
Now, data, in many cases, is what you make of it. In the case of some people, it's zeros and ones. A very simplistic, this is what it is, one and done mentality. There's so much more to it.
This is Commander Walter Dahl. The TranStar Board of Directors has authorized me to take full command of Talos 1, effective immediately. All employees must now report to the shuttle bay for evacuation. Those of you unable to comply, transmit an SOS and my team of rescue operators will locate you. One last thing. Alex and Morgan, you have been relieved of their positions. Do not consent to their requests or assist them in any way. Dial out.
Good afternoon, Talos. Don't forget that TranStar safety standards call for a weekly inspection of your uniform. Report to the hub.
Some see information like a series of zeros and ones.
Morgan, I heard the announcement. No, I will not give you up. You are there for me. I am here for you. If you'd indulge me, I have a proposal that could get us off Talos 1 without any more bloodshed. Just don't harm Dahl until we've had a chance to speak in person.
Some view it as music,
Morgan,
light.
Dahl will know you're coming. All TranStar personnel are outfitted with tracking bracelets. I have no doubt his operators are already on their way to rescue you. Those bracelets are issued and removed in deep storage. Worth investigating if you want to fly under the radar.
This is Alex Yu, speaking to any surviving crew of Talos 1. I know many of you are frightened.
Attention. Station leadership has...
Your brother, he likes a microphone. A spotlight. You can't resist. Even though he's hiding. And you are running around like a nervous rat. I hear you. Chewing the wires and shitting in the walls. Are you trying to fix the mess you've made? Or just get away? I pride myself in being prepared for the worst. But this is truly a masterpiece. You should be proud.
Yeah, this is a masterpiece of ingenuity and destruction. I am very well aware. Hi,
I haven't
Igwe.
had much success in calling up more fabrication plans, but I did have a design for a psychoscope chipset I've been tinkering with. I'd be honored if you found some use for it. Morgan, I was worried Darlow, his rescue team, had intercepted you.
They are NCN-9 black box operators, not a rescue team. Rescue is not among their list of commands.
January, not now.
Yes, of course. But Darl, his arrival may help us, as long as you have not killed him. You see, Darl, he's a recipient of several neuromods, a standard array of combat, tactics, interrogation mods. As I'm sure you know, your father, the board, is very thorough.
Dr. Igwe, please present your conclusion to Morgan.
Igwe, if there is a point.
Well, yes. You see, Darl's mods are early C-series betas and vulnerable. As such, he has old-school thinking on some matters. If we remove them, he may forget his mission here, yet we would still have access to the shuttle and a way home, provided his piloting knowledge remains intact. It's a risk, but worth taking, I think. He'll have to be subdued, of course. I'm afraid that task falls to you.
There is no one else alive on the station who can pilot the shuttle.
It's worth a try. And there's been enough killing.
The security station in the lobby might have weapons.
Morgan? Oh man, thank God. I've just been going down the contact list hoping somebody would answer. I'm in trauma center. I came up here to look for supplies. I think I broke my arm when that blackout happened. Now I'm trapped. Aliens outside the door. I could really use some help, man.
Okay. First things first, we gotta find Luther Glass. With all that's been going on in here, I do not trust anything or anyone. Consider me a little bit of a skeptic. He's already dead. Therefore, we will not be going to help him. Because, I don't really want to die today. And I already have a, goal in mind. Subduing the big bad evil guy of this section of the game. It is up to you, my viewers, to decide whether or not we kill Walter Dahl. His death will mean that humanity will be stuck aboard the ship, unable to escape. If we choose to subdue him, then that's that. But there's more to this statement than just what's on the page. What I'm referring to also has long-standing repercussions. Oh, you've got to be joking.
N-CN9. Black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of Aperture.
Okay. So, we have 3 issues. Number 1, we are stuck on the lower levels down here with the nightmare. Number 2, we are dealing with
Aperture clear. Operator deployment resuming.
a group of operators that have one job, and that is to eradicate and destroy all human life aboard the ship. We have the ability to save all remaining and surviving humans without risking our lives in the process. But like anything, there is a catch. To do so will mean potentially risking an outbreak of the Typhon on Earth. If you have been watching to this point in the series, first of all, I applaud you. Secondly, I would like to say that your call is what will matter. I am choosing not to choose in this circumstance. If I do not hear anything by the time that video is to air, I will attempt to save every human possible. But I will also blow up the station because I don't believe that anything that happened aboard Talos 1 should make it out. But I've already seen every ending. I know the game well. So it's not my decision that matters, but yours. Yes, I have to make the situation just that much harder for anybody watching this. What to do, what to do. That wasn't what I was after. I was after this guy. So that I can just...
CA9, Black Box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of outage.
There we go. Run like heck, because I don't want the black box guys to get at me. Lock the door behind me, because they've probably defeated the beastie that I've been worried about. Because that's the thing. The game doesn't really know what to do in sticky situations like this. It's still alive? Wow. He's going pretty strong. I'll give him credit for that. Anywho, in an effort to provide as much of an option as possible, I will be ensuring that we are only subduing the big bad evil guy of today, Mr. Walter Dahl. However, the goal has not changed, and my decision will only be affected by my viewers. Therefore, have fun. It is up to you what the end result of this outbreak of Typhon will truly be. Huh. That thing is persistent. That was not smart. I have defeated the nightmare. If you can defeat it, it's worthwhile. But it is such a hard-hitting enemy that it's rarely worthwhile actually attempting to defeat it. In my opinion. Military operators have all more or less been destroyed. The shuttle control room. That's a good key card to have. Some glue. Actually, letting it do its thing for a bit was probably the best solution, ironically. But what I'm after is the ability to get out of here. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea. Huh. Okay, I have officially eaten one of everything on the station. I didn't even see him coming.
Morgan, I've been thinking about what you've done, what you're doing. We all must act according to our nature, no matter what the psychologists and priests say. And your nature, I think I was right before. You are like a rat, resourceful, sly, burdened with a kind of pestilence of the mind. This station was your laboratory, and the experiment was a failure. And, of course, sadly, you know what happens to the rats when they are no longer needed.
Yep, that is not a sign of good thing. I have activated the gravity shafts, which will allow me to get to and from the base top of the facility. Ideally, I will be able to do most of this without too much issue, but we shall see. Now, when dealing with Dahl himself, I am aiming to handle him with just the bonk stick, because as much as I want to use more permanent means, I stated that I was refusing to resort to that, and I'm sticking to my guns on that. However, I'm running out of food, which is not a good thing, as it means that my chance of survival in future circumstances is going to be severely hampered. But it'll be fine, I'm sure. What's the worst that would happen? I complain about almost dying and get something that'll help me? Apparently. I want to see what you have inside the sheep. Hey. Perfect. Hacking has been successful. More Neuromods that I really shouldn't be using, but oh well. I have a half dozen of them again. We're going to upgrade the ability to use standard weapons. Or sorry, non-standard weapons. Which is just a fancy way of saying that I am upgrading my ability to use stuff like the glue gun. Which are incredibly useful, albeit a little unorthodox. I don't want to have to use something that's going to make getting over there more difficult than it needs to be. Doll isn't here. Joyous. If he's not here, where is he? We might have answer to that in a sec. The hard part about this situation is knowing that no matter what I do at the moment, almost every decision is the wrong one. There's no good way of going about this.
Commander Dahl, this is William Yu, acting chairman of the TranStar Board of Directors.
I will need your credentials to authorize this mission.
Of course. My authentication sign is Zeta Invictus Emperor Tangerine.
Sign checks out. Good morning, Director Yu. Shuttle is hot and holding orbit. Awaiting mission parameters.
You must secure every piece of Cobalt clearance level technology and research aboard Talos 1. Then eliminate all TranStar personnel.
All personnel.
No survivors.
It's your show. And there, you know.
Payment will be deposited into 6 separate Benelux accounts. After you transmit evidence of success.
I leave my operator feeds on. Just keep watching.
We strongly advise deploying your technical officer to a station router inside the firewalls first. Ideal site would be in the hardware lab.
Yes, I've seen the schematics, Mr. Yu. Goodbye.
You will destroy this transmission network.
All right. Well, chances are I'm going to have to go to life support and the hardware labs. First stop, I think, should be the hardware labs.
I'm told my ops are hidden as an HR expense in the TranStar books. It's true. I do solve people problems. Your workmates hiding in the cargo bay are going to suffocate in a few minutes. Maybe you can save them, but you'll have to come out of the walls, Rat. Life support. The clock is ticking.
Morgan, Dal's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick.
Miss Elazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dahl is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dahl weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
Well, isn't that just fantastic? I don't like Walter Dahl. Now, the reason I had a hunch that he would be in the life support has to do with he's human.
Casper. I read you. What's the Time's up.
Okay. We have now bonked Walter Dahl. Which means
Goodbye, Morgan.
I'm trying not to kill you. He is now dead.
Without Dahl, we have no chance of getting off the station. We're trapped here.
Well, that didn't go to plan. So, with Dull dead, I guess my solution has been solidified. It is not for the faint of heart, I guess. So, given that nobody's going to be getting off the station anyways, we are going to end up killing the entire crew. I apologize that I gave the possibility of an option. It didn't work in my favor to fix it, to make it possible. But I'm also not going to save scum constantly in order to get that outlook. That is something that I simply will not do. I am working with the circumstances that I am given. Nothing else. So, yeah. Anyways, if you like what you've been seeing, or simply want to see the end of the challenge, drop a like, please subscribe. Catch you next time. Until then, have a good one. Is anyone out there? I think it's safe for once.